Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
No touch that. No touch.
They go to Barkley again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
No touch that. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by, I love this name, Devon Diablo. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Penix to the air to start us off. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. 3. Forward, 70 ring. Go, Reed, go.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game.
Let's go. Track 60. Go.
Penix here from the gun. Search. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
They may not have been the first defense to hit the field today, but certainly they wasted no time making their presence felt. A couple sacks in just the first few plays here, and they'll add more to it if this offense doesn't start to figure out their protection.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Great. Set. No touch.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
No touch that. Carl Vieri. No touch.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it at the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. The screen pass falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles go up 6-0 here in the first. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Another carry for Robinson. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at 3rd and very long. Putting the tight end in motion. On the move, headed right. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And he recovers his own mistake. He can keep going here. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
It's a gain of 19 on the play, and the Falcons will have a first. From the shotgun, Penix. Got a man, it's Drake London. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. A toss now to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Talk to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Penix working from the gun. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. Third down coming up. Penix now to throw. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Tell you what, before the snap, I think everybody in the stadium would have said this offense was going to score on that series. The only people who didn't think that were the most important people, and that's the 11 dudes on defense that made the play.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Quick throw left side, complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. His return starts at the 5. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Great.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, boy, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. They'll run. It's Dillon. Escapes it. There he goes on the right side. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That's brought in by Mooney. They strike for 23 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
He's on the move. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To the air with Penix. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Escapes out to the left. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. And again, it's Penix. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Starting from the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
73.
He'll throw it. He gets it complete to Will Shipley. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Penix to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Third down, it's Penix. Throw wheeled in by London. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. Little nod, little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here we go. Set.
Here's 2nd and 14. Pitts brings it in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Third down give to Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Let's go. Check smash. Check smash. Go.
Penix now on first down. Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Danny Gray to return it. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Good.
They run it with Saquon. He's contained at the line for no gain. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This finds Smith. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Running left is Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had.
Am I tripping or my guys just don't want to fucking block?
That offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first. Penix here from the gun. Caught near the goal line. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Gray now on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They've got first down from the 31. Hurts now from the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack of first down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Finds his target, Robinson. Jukes out a one-stop. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game.
I don't know why you keep blitzing me like that. That shit's crazy.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, here's Penix. Forced out to his right. He finds Aguilar. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the shotgun, Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
They send the tight end in motion. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. They've got first down from the 31.
Good, set.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this one does not go far. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
This defense may have been headed the wrong way initially on that counter run, but they never lost contain. As that play shifted back, they flowed with it and caught him before he could break it up the sideline.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Good, set.
They give to Barkley, left side. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the run, so they're left with 4th and 7.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. On 4th down, Hurts. They connect for the first. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Good.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard.
No touch.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 year.
And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Philadelphia.